Hi and welcome to episode 25 of Adventures with Flowers TV with me, Kendall Platt, where I chat about all things mindful gardening and floristry. My mission with Adventures with Flowers is to encourage you to take some time for yourself and to learn to grow and arrange your own cut flowers to enhance your well-being. As busy women, we often find it hard to justify giving ourselves just 10 minutes a day. So I'm here to encourage you right now to do just that. Grab a cup of tea, learn a new skill and start giving yourself a little bit more time on a daily basis. I truly believe that by taking care of ourselves first, we become better mothers, better friends, even better lovers. As if we feel restored, we have a greater capacity to love and be loved in return. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to plant a plant that evokes a lot of memories for many of us. It is, of course, the quintessential English rose. Those beautiful cup-shaped flowers that you can't help but dip your head to take a big, deep breath in of that sweet scent. Perhaps you're transported back to your grandparents' garden when you were playing as a little girl, or perhaps it's back to when a loved one gave you a big bouquet of roses, or perhaps you were wandering along a busy city street and you just were stopped in your tracks by that amazing smell and you had to find out where it was coming from. This happened to me a few months ago now. I was on a really busy tube in London and I'll be honest, that is a massive trigger for my anxiety, just being amongst loads of people all crammed in. So when I got out of the tube, I got off a stop early and I thought I'm just going to walk to where I'm going. And I wandered past this big church, and off the back of the church was this big green area. As I wandered past that green space, I was struck by the most amazing smell and I just had to find out where it was coming from. So I headed straight into the green space and I was digging around in amongst about 40 rose bushes, smelling all the flowers, trying to find out which flower it was coming from. Because that scent was just so powerful that breathing it in really helped to calm my anxiety in that moment. I finally found the one I was looking for, and it was a David Austin rose called Roald Dahl. I'm actually going to be planting that one today because I couldn't not have it in my garden. So now when I've had a really full-on busy day and I'm feeling really anxious and stressed, I can literally just go out of my front door and the rose will be there and I can take a nice deep smell of it and be instantly calmed. I hope that by watching this episode you're inspired to go and find your Roald Dahl and plant it somewhere in your garden so that you can use it just to take 10 minutes for yourself whenever you need it. Let me know what you think of this episode and also what you think your calming plant might be by heading over to Instagram and sending me a message. I'm at Adventures with Flowers. Let's get planted. So first thing to mention is that if you buy a David Austin rose, they will come with a handy guide on showing you how to plant this. But if not, then you've got a good idea because I'm going to show you now. So when you get your rose, it's really important that you take it out of its packaging and you put it into water. They need to have at least a good couple of hours drink of water before you put them in the ground. It's quite rainy, as you can probably see, because my glass is getting covered in rain, but they do still need a really good drink of water when you get them. So first of all, what you're going to do is you're going to use a garden fork to break up any big lumps of soil or any stones, because you want the ground to be relatively clear so the roots of the plant can spread out easily. You can use a spade for this, but I'm just using a fork because I've got one, but if you don't have one, then just use a spade. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your spade and you're going to dig a hole that's about 40 centimetres by 40 centimetres. Now that is quite big, but it's because the roots of the rose are going to want to spread out, so you want to make sure the soil around there is all loose. soils dug, you want to break up the soil that's at the bottom, so I'm going to use my fork again for this. Again, you can use a spade, the fork just makes it a bit quicker. Now, into the bottom of the planting hole, I'm going to put a spade full of my homemade compost. You can use well-rotted horse manure, but I've got some compost, I'm going to use that. And then I'm going to mix a couple of spadefuls into the soil that I've dug out, so that's got some nice nutrients in as well. So your hole is ready for planting. You are going to take your rose with its roots, and you're going to take some of this mycorrhizal fungi, it's called, and you're going to sprinkle it on the roots over the planting hole. Now, you want the join where all the green shoots coming off, where that is, you want that to be 5 centimetres below the ground. So using a garden cane, you just lay that across the centre of the hole. That will help you to find the centre. But it will also help you to put the rose in at the right depth. Okay, so then you're just going to backfill. You're going to heel in, so just use your heel, press all the way around, get all the air out. And then it's time for a big old drink. Now this is a full watering can, so it's about 9 or 10 litres. And I'm going to put the whole lot on there. Once you've created a puddle like that, leave it until the water's soaked down, and then you can add the rest of the watering can. And that's it. It really is that simple. Then you will just leave your rose over the winter, and in the spring you will do some mulching, but I'll do a video of that. I hope you really enjoyed it and found it useful. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to Adventures with Flowers TV. That really helps for the content to go far and wide and to help as many women as we possibly can. If while you were watching the video you were thinking of one of your friends, then please do tag them over on my Instagram profile. The links to all of my videos and to my website will be in the link in my bio. Lots of you say to me how useful you find my videos and that you've given them a go and you would love to share them with your friends, so please do that. I feel like mental health in women is a very much under discussed topic, and I'd like to make it much more discussed and much more normalised. Hopefully you do too. So one way you can do that is by sharing this video far and wide. I'd also really love to know what you thought of the video. If you have any comments, then again, please head over to Instagram and you can send me a message on @adventureswithflowers. Also, just to let you know about my membership Mind in Bloom, it is available in either a 3-month or a 6-month option. And it's for busy women to learn to take the time for themselves while they complete a mindful gardening or floristry activity. Every month you receive a box through the post with the activity inside, and you also get access to loads of resources and videos of how to complete that month's activity. Funnily enough, the feedback that I get from most of the people I work with is that it's actually not the activity that they really value, it's the time that they take for themselves. So if that sounds like you, then head on over to www.adventureswithflowers.com. There's loads of information on there. Any questions you do have, come and find me over at Instagram and send me a message. Bye.